So welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to do an update on my juiced scrambler 2. As you can see, I do have the chain off, and also I do have both of these off here. I have both of those off. I'm just actually getting her ready. I'm giving her a really good wipe down and getting her ready to be in the showroom of my home. So yeah, I'm just getting her all set and ready. So, like I said, my showroom will be on my channel, but like I said, I do have a new, gear cassette here, because there is a little bit of rust right there, but that's where this new gear cassette comes in. And as you can see, it'll fit perfectly like that. And these are 8 gears, by the way, so, and it's with a lock ring, so it's not the freewheel there. But yeah, and also I had to wipe down, I gotta give the front tire a really good bath, because as you can see from this tire, you can see at the back tires, there's a little bit of dirt, but nothing too bad. But yeah, you can kind of notice the difference how the back tire is more clear than the front, but that's because, I've done a lot of cleaning the back. I'm doing cleaning the front, plus I had to, clean these gears too, so like that. And I do have the battery cover for the second battery on. But let's see if I'll have 2 batteries on her. Still have the license plate holder. I got my toolbox here. And I've been just washing / cleaning these, so, whoops, hold on. That's gonna fall, that is. I'm trying to get this to be. Trying to get those to be more stable. There we go. Like I said, I got my toolbox here. And I actually got this back in 2018, this toolbox from Park Tool, and I love it. I love this toolbox, I do. It has all my tools, and one thing that I actually do want to point out is, where is it here? Trying to make sure that doesn't fall too. Oh, here they are. My Master Link pliers. I love these. I love these. Every time I need to take off my chain with our reusable Master Link, which I'll show you with my reusable Master Link, I love these by getting these off. This is the tool that you really need to get it off. Not too bad after all these years. And like I said, I got this back in 2018. And also, do not go to a department store or get a chain breaker that's $10, because the pin on it will break. The pin on it will break. So I don't know if the camera will focus, but I love this right here. I love this. Chain breaker. It's the Park Tool. There's the model. So, and like I said, I love this. This is a professional sharp tool chain breaker, and I love it. And plus, the pins are replaceable. So if I do end up breaking the pin from Park Tool's website or at my local bicycle shop, they have them. They're usually $5, and they come into 2 pairs. So if I do end up, breaking the pin here, I can just replace it by taking the pin off and replacing it, instead of, going out and spending another, $45 like that. Because this is how much that cost me, was $45 for this one. And then another favorite I have is my, bottle opener for the, glass there to open up, the glass, soda, beer. So, but I'm not much of a beer drinker, so. Yeah, I still have to do a little bit of organizing in here in my box, but like I said, love that. And also, I like these brake levers. I'm probably gonna end up selling them. But like I said, I'm probably gonna end up selling them, because I'll show you in a minute that I do have, the other ones. So, let's see, yep. So, you know, I got these for tire levers, and these are steel, and you guys have probably seen these in a short that I did where I had to get the front tire off, and the front tire was being so stubborn that I need to, you know, get these. And at my local bicycle shop, you know, since it was taking longer for the, you know, shipment to come, because they actually did order brand new ones of these for me, but, you know, shipment was taking longer, so they ended up selling me theirs. And when I did, I didn't have to pay the full price, so it was less than 20 bucks for these that the owner charged me for, because, you know, they were theirs and all that. So once the new ones come in, so yeah. But like I said, I love these. I do. I don't know why my camera keeps on blurring out, but like I said, I love these. They're really good for stubborn tires. They're a lot more better than these, you know, cheap, you know, crap ones that break. Because those ones break easy. The plastic ones seem to break, but these ones don't. Like, you can literally put like a lot of pressure in. That's another thing too. Is like, I had to get tire armor because I kept on getting flats in these, or I might have to pick up like a sharp object, like a nail or another sharp object. But I have the tennis armor, which you can see in one of my other shorts. I have tennis armor in these, and I just say right now, I love the tennis armor. So yeah, and these right here are what helped me get the tires on, because I did try them with the plastic ones, not working. Because with the tennis armor, once you get 80% of the second part of the bead done, and you almost got, like, you know, everything on with the last bead, it becomes more difficult. So you kind of have to, you know, put this one, you know, like more, like you have to put this one under and just like that, and it actually works too. So like, if you ever need to get like a tire off, you know, you use both of them at the same time by, you know, using both of them, then you can hear like it'll be really good. Like I told you, you can put a lot of pressure on them, then you hear like a pop there because it's being so stubborn. So like I said, these I love. And also, I do want to show this to my pedal wrench. I've actually used this multiple times, like when I got on brand new bikes, or like I said, I've actually changed the pedals. So these are not the original pedals that came on my scrambler too, but what happens is, you know, like I use these every single time. Oh, and also when you get brand new pedals, make sure you put grease on them. Here, I'll show you. Like, you want to make sure that you put grease on your pedals too with the threads. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. And I've had this for a long time, so of course it'll look like this, but it's still good. PPL-1 from Park Tool. So yeah, like I said, you want to put grease on the threads, so that way, like when water gets in, it'll help, you know, with the water, so that way they don't rust up and get seized up. Because if those pedals end up getting seized up, you're going to have a hard time getting them off to replace them. So always good to grease the threads. Then of course the pedal runs I showed you is also good too. So, oh, and also I do want to show off this too. This I definitely want to show off. Well, I don't want to show it off, but I do want to show you that this is a professional bleed kit for, you know, the hydraulic brakes. So as you know, that all the juice bike models come with, oh crap, they come with hydraulic disc brakes. So what you want to do is get a professional kit from your bicycle shop like I did. This cost me 80 bucks, and you know, you got everything that you need for like a, you know, full bleed or just a brake bleed. So you got your syringes there, and then you got the, you know, adapters that, because what you do is you screw off this piece right here, right where my finger is, you screw that off, and you put one of these on. Then you take one of the syringes, and then fill it up with brake fluid, which I do have brake fluid. And like I said, at your local bicycle shop, they can help you, tell you what fluid that you got. And also you got your, you know, brake blockers there, because when you're doing a full bleed on your bike, you want to use one of these. So when you're doing a full bleed, you want to take your brake pads out and just put one of these yellow ones into your, you know, caliper there, so that way it doesn't, you know, get the, so yeah. So like I said, it comes with the syringes. So like I showed you with the, once you screw this off here, you know, you put the other part on and you put the syringe on. Then you know you fill the syringe up with the fluid there. And then with the brake bleed, you know, like it's just a simple brake bleed. So, you know, with a brake bleed, that's all you have to do is stand until you feel a lot of force. But when you're doing a full bleed, you do not want to have the fluid be completely empty. So you don't want to have a syringe be completely empty, because that's how air can get into your, you know, system there for the brakes. So yeah, this I love too. I love this. So, so I love that too. So that's another one that I have. But yeah, but like I said, this was just an update of what's going on with my Scrambler 2. So she's just about to, you know, come inside there to be a part of the showroom, which is great, and I'm excited to have her in the showroom. And like I said, you know, I've done upgrades. I've, you know, upgraded the display. I've upgraded the headlight there. You know, from a basic headlight to the speaker one. I've done a lot of work on her. I'm very proud to have her in my showroom. So yeah, that was just a basic update. And also, you know, showing off some of the tools that you know, tools and accessories I love to use. So yeah. Well, make sure you like and subscribe for more. Oh yeah, and before I go, I forgot to mention that the chain, you can see by this chain, it is rusty to, so I would not be putting this back onto the bike. I'll be putting on a brand new chain there. But yeah, like I said, I am not putting on this chain. Nope. So I just forgot to mention that too. So yeah, so this time I know I showed everything that I needed to show. So yeah, I'm out.